That's what happens when you fucking drink with your brother and fucking his girlfriend.
Dude,
right?
I don't think I'm going to be doing that ever again. I think I'm good.
Saw the IG pictures, or the IG videos, like, that's some pretty crazy shit.
They are falsified vibe pictures.
They're definitely for the gram.
How much did you drink last night?
How much? I don't know how to quantify that. That's like...
Can you quantify time?
How many hours was I drinking?
Yeah.
3 or 4.
But you went heavy then, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We had like a table and stuff, and it was like a whole situation.
You guys went out to the club or
yeah. We're in Downey, dude.
Downey? What the fuck?
Who goes to Downey?
You took a party bus to Downey.
There was a furniture store across the street from
that's
the
just
fucking
sketchy.
club, dude.
That's sketchy. It
was like what?
Any kind of warehouse.
Was it fun at least?
It was. No, I had a great time.
That's good then.
I had a great time. That's not even.
It's one of those hidden gems, I guess. You know, like some place stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like a brewery stuck in the middle of a office district.
Oh, you're talking about like one of those speakeasies?
Speakeasies, or I don't know if you guys ever heard like Phantom Brewery or Bootleggers.
Is it like you have to knock on the door a specific way or manipulate a handle?
Those not so much. You just have to know the place. You can just walk right in.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, they're in like industrial areas in Cypress and Anaheim and everything like that.
Right on. It's weird zoning. They just have a bar in the middle of industrial area.
Well, this one was kind of interesting because I don't know if this is true or not, but at the end of the night, I found out that Big Boy, you know, the DJ.
Yeah.
DJ,
he's actually small now.
Small boy.
He's
small boy now.
Yeah.
He's little boy. He actually owns that club, and he operates it.
Wow.
And he has like a lot of his celebrity rapper people come on, and DJ there or like perform.
Nice.
Oh, yeah,
not that night, not last night, but
this has been Podcast Jaded episode 15 with
85.
85.
32.
All right. You know, whatever
46?
sequence you listen to, you know, it's 2019 right now. So I just want to put
right
that,
now.
Right
now
now
it is.
Right
now it is.
So for any future episodes, if you need a chronology, but we got Thai Thongcharoen.
Hi everybody, thank you for having me on.
Thai in the house.
Thai Thongcharoen. Yeah, he's our residential Asian baby girl expert, but I actually know him from a work related.
We had to dive deeper into this whole conversation because
this whole history.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because like the way it was described, I thought it was like my sister's generation. Like, oh, okay, cool. They're like fucking wearing beanies and fucking sweaters, like oversized sweaters, and then they were just dating thugs.
Who are these girls that you're talking about right now?
It was like my sister's generation. I guess what an ABG is.
Right.
And then like up to like 3 weeks ago, I found out what the actual definition was, and I was like, oh.
I think
process it.
I may be wrong. They're separated by generation, but also by area.
Generation area, but I would say in your sister's generation,
it was like mid
AZN.
Yeah.
It
was the proto.
School.
Yeah.
That
was like I think that's what evolved. All these subgenres of Asian subcultures evolved from AZN. That was like the one thing that we had, especially in in SoCal, LA area.
Yeah.
You know, like all the ones you see back in the day when it was like pre-MySpace, Angel Fire, GIFs. Everyone wanted a stereotype bar.
Saying magic words to me. I'm digging
I just
want
to know real quick, how did you come to have so much understanding and information about this subject? It's like
you're questioning his veracity.
No. I would never question that.
No, I'm
curious, did you have to study up on this, or did it just like personal experience shit?
I think it's a little bit of everything, man.
Right.
Like it's one of those things where I notice like subcultures in humans, and I just want to delve deep, and I just look into either my own observation with empirical data, or just go on YouTube with maybe other people have noticed the same thing, and I'm like, oh, okay, like that's what I'm used to. That out in the East Coast, that's something new. This is what I'm used to in LA, so that's why it's like, okay, this is like what I was born from, I guess. You know, like growing up into this sort of culture, and then kind of vying away from it, but then also like being a part of it in a way.
So you're saying that you grew up in Asian baby girl culture?
Yeah. Okay. Well, not. I guess like back then, because I think we're all older, but we definitely grew up around AZN. But I don't think we were in AZN.
Yeah. How old are you right now?
30.
Okay, so we're roughly all the same generation. I pretty much stopped hanging out with like Asian and Filipino people like when I turned 12 or 13, like after I left Catholic school.
That's real early.
Yeah. So like I was like looking at all the like fucking Asian people. Like I remember the first race ride, I was like, oh crap, like a Cambodian girlfriend at the time. Like, like, I don't know where we go. Like, do we fight? Do we just go inside? Like, I mean, we don't really, you know, probably kick somebody real quick and go back inside.
You were dating a little goth chick.
Yeah. It was a friend's little sister. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so
I'm not naming names here.
No. We're keeping it very.
Yeah, very vague.
She was Khmer too.
Yeah.
And so when you were dating her, you just said that you weren't hanging out with like a lot of Asians anymore, huh?
No. So like it was kind of like we were just doing our own thing, you know, like dressed weird. I had long hair, wore eyeliner sometimes.
Both of you were Asian or are Asian, but weren't really in the mainstream culture.
No. We're not.
Okay, I see.
So that's I'm pretty much like I have no idea what's going on. Then I'm trying to reconnect, and I've been reconnecting the past years. And then this ABG thing's popping up. I'm like, wait, people have been growing up in this? That's why I've been reevaluating all my connections. I'm like, are you an ABG? I don't know. You know, and not that it's a bad thing.
Reveal yourself.
Yeah, reveal yourself.
So let me ask you guys one thing. When and how did you guys like first hear about ABG? I know you mentioned it recently, but like, how did it come about in the conversation?
So like I was talking about this trainer that I was seeing from Instagram. Like she was not seeing, but like I went to her for like personal training, and I was like, all right, cool. And it was like, then David's girlfriend Nikki was like, oh, that's an ABG. I was like, what's an ABG?
She's the one who told me about what that was at all.
Yeah, like I was like, what?
Oh, so she was the one that introduced you to it.
Yeah.
The whole term. Okay, I see. Is she one herself, or she says, "Oh, I'm not one of those"? ABGs?
She likes to be like, I don't know.
It's kind of like sarcastically would say.
Yeah, it's more sarcastic.
Yeah, I just label people ABG. Like I consider David the hottest ABG, even though he doesn't meet a majority of the requirements.
Oh no, I'm super fuckboy.
Yeah, super. I guess we'll also cover fuckboy in here as well.
Right.
But I'm sorry, keep going on with your ABG expertise.
But that's where I heard about it. That's where we would have random conversations about like what that means and what that looks like. You know what I mean? And she would just point them out and be like, "Oh, look, she's ABG." I'm like, "What is that?"
Yeah, no clue. I was just like, "That's a person with tattoos." And like, no, it's definitely ABG.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like she just points out any hot Asian girl though. Like, you know.
Okay. But she hasn't really explained it into detail. Though.
Yeah, not super detailed.
We went to Urban Dictionary, and then like that's when we found out it was like a generational thing.
It had the old description that's the AzN description in that on the Urban Dictionary.
Then I was like,
we were like, wait. Like that's not.
Then you started like bombing my IG DMs with like examples, and then it just essentially became like hot or not, and I was just like, all right, well, and then it was like, oh yeah, they do come in different sizes and shapes and flavors and different locations.
Different trends and everything.
Yeah. So you could break down like I saw you had like a Venn diagram. You have empty Venn diagrams actually.
So one of my things that I still question is I kind of have figured out the typical ABG, the Asian baby gangster. Maybe you guys are a little bit more in tune to that because I'm not in that area, in that world all that much.
Yeah. You're not on Anaheim, got it.
Yeah. And then the urban style, not quite gangster or anything like that, but like I'm sure you've encountered this where, and I've noticed this with a lot of Filipino girls, a lot of Panays, like growing up at around Cerritos and Lakewood area.
I was gonna say like Carson and Westside Long Beach.
That too, yeah, for sure. So like and right now I'm at school at my college. A lot of Filipinos are like that too. Still, really? I thought this was kind of like faded off at 2005, and then people kind of went to Abercrombie and Hollister.
I feel like it's like a cycle. They'll be like, all right, cool, this is good, but we're gonna go put on some Hollister shit real quick for like 2 or 3 years. And
I think it just cycled right back again.
Yeah.
So I noticed that it was like, okay, it's like they're not quite ABG, but they do have this tendencies like, let's go hit up the music festivals, let's go hit up Vegas.
So it's Coachella, fucking Vegas,
but like different styles, like.
Yeah, because I heard ones there's just like boba, matcha, fucking KBBQ or fusion.
Yeah. And
then fusion food, and then I've also heard the ones that are like, let's go Coachella. I'm like, okay, or let's go to Vegas, which is like that just sounds like a normal, like.
That's like the catch
party girl kind of thing. Yeah.
And those posers at Jamba Juice.
Yeah, so it's like it's all coming together. I'm like trying to put my head around it. Like, am I surrounded by ABGs? Is ABG a thing?
Instagram influencing. It's all about posing.
Yeah,
for
there's a
Instagram.
lot of that.
Yeah.
I see that. I was like, all they're doing is just posing in bikini, and like maybe they're photoshopped, maybe they're not. I'm like, but people are following them. All they do is just pose and stuff. which, you know, I'm still trying to get behind social media myself. So I tried posting, not as many followers.
Well, with Instagram,
ABG,
it's just a lot of thirst trapping too.
Is that what it is?
So like that becomes a mesh of just like one thing that's across the board for everyone. You know what I mean?
But people can get paid from that. That's why.
Right.
Oh, yeah. They're like pushing shit.
Influencers, you know, like they see the Kardashians. You know, like that's the prime influencer.
They're like second generation influencer. Apparently, Paris Hilton's like the first generation. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to do shit. Just be yourself.
Right. And
kinda.
Get paid to be yourself. Yeah.
So a lot of people want to do that, you know, going through Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, you know, like they get paid for it. They get advertised by companies like, hey, you know, here's this new tea or cream.
Yeah.
Come pose with it.
Fashion Nova jeans. Got it.
You know, and then, you know, like we'll pay you whatever. So a lot of them have that tendency to want to get into that. But I don't think it's not even solely just for selling product. I think it's just the whole popularity game as well, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, of course that could get you paid, but it's all about, you know, being an influencer online, because let's face it, you know, getting those likes, feels pretty good, right? It's like a dopamine rush, you know.
Yeah, you see the fucking up checks and the hearts, and you're like, oh,
People love me.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
But I figure like a majority of the people have like thousands of followers. They're just bots anyways, so it's really just false.
You would think so.
Really?
It could be bots, but then at the same time, it's like, you know, maybe Instagram algorithms be like, oh, you know, hey, check out this new or this trending follower. You know, like she's doing very well. He or she's doing very well. Maybe you can go check them out. Yeah, I think that's a really big ABG trend, but spanning not just, you know, ABGs or Asians, but like spanning everything. But it's a major part for being an ABG.
So ABG, is it just a social media presence online? What is the lifestyle in reality then? Uncover the secrets.
I would say, at least for the California ABGs, at least for Southern California, because I can't say, you know, Chicago, New York, or even San Francisco.
You're blowing my mind. You need to start uncovering secrets right now.
Right.
I would imagine it's similarities, but let's just say with the you know, south of Pasadena to San Diego.
Okay.
You know, Coachella, like you said.
Coachella.
You maybe got the tattoo on the clavicle. You know, some sort of inspirational Instagram where it's like,
oh, okay, that's what they are. I never read.
What
them.
about the wing tattoo on the back? I've seen a lot of that too. Yeah,
a lot of that's a prototypical one, like, you know, on the back or wrapping around the shoulders. You know, maybe what's called the cherry blossom or a koi fish. I haven't seen too many koi fish.
The koi fish is like
or
early
geisha,
2010.
maybe?
Yeah, it's like AZN. Yeah.
Because that became like a broski tattoo. You're like, oh, you got a koi fish on your calf. I'm like, all right, brother. And everybody's from like Hemet. I'm like, there's no koi fish in Hemet.
Dude, I got a cherry blossom on my ankle right here, bro.
None of that over Riverside.
Lexus and BMWs.
Yeah.
That's a common trend.
Fancy cars.
Maybe Mercedes. You know, following guys with those nice cars and everything like that. Maybe it's the cars themselves. Who knows? Or maybe it's just trending for the Instagram. Clubs, of course, you know, like the latest trends in LA. I don't even know. Like, I still think Belasco is still a thing.
What's Belasco?
Belasco is kind of still a thing. Yeah, they're more of like a music venue.
Okay.
I think they have more like events like that than they do like actual club nights. But the weekends still, I think they still do it. They still have like, I went one time and they had an entire Asian night, and I went through a sea of
Thursday
like,
nights,
Asian,
right? Yeah,
it was
that.
like
what is
crazy.
This place?
I felt very out of place.
so Belasco, it's a theater, like a kind of like a Broadway type of theater. I think that establishment or institute has been around since maybe the 40s. I think it's been around for a minute.
It's a very old theater.
Yeah. And so Thursday nights is Asian night. That's the one and only time I went to, and I went with my then girlfriend, who is definitely an ABG. She has all those tendencies.
First-hand experience.
Shoulder tattoos, drives a Mercedes, into the whole tuning Japanese cars, you know, clubs every night, partying, Molly's a big one.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I was like, the heck?
Yeah.
This sounds like a rave scene almost.
Yeah, kind of. All those party drugs, all the stimulant drugs. Aria and Encore, all the day clubs at Vegas.
Okay.
And then depending on their socioeconomic status, it's the travel too, right? So Europe, you know, going to Europe, going to France, going to the UK, Spain, Italy, you know, get that perfect picture in Ibiza or whatever.
They're like they're then like fucking meal ticket taking the picture but not getting them in the picture. Or like they go in like huge.
It's the one where
or they go on their own cloud. I don't know. And they hire a photographer.
Right.
Yeah, I mean
that could be a case too. You know, if they have the money. But you always see that typical photo. At least maybe 3 or 4 years ago, where you just see her in the back and she has her hand behind her, and then the guy's holding her, and you just see the picture of
right.
Yeah. Or her laying on the beach in some sort of way.
Yeah.
So if not Europe, definitely Asia, right?
Yeah.
You go Tokyo, Korea, all over Southeast Asia, like Bali and Thailand. Thailand, especially, full of ABGs,
Jeez.
like tourists. They go to the white sand beaches and everything like that, just take a photo. So I'm like, hey, I'm not knocking it. Like, you do your thing. But that's a really common trend I've noticed with ABGs, and that might be a little different from AzN.
I feel like the AzN thing is like gone.
AzN is
for like a lot of the guys that are getting out of jail, guys and girls getting out of jail, come back out. That's what I'm thinking. It's like more of like a phase. Like, hey, let's all put on like Abercrombie for like 2 years, and like this wave of fucking OG thugs come out. And they're like, okay, yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna put on all this stuff again. And it comes in like a different iteration.
Well, there is a lot of that because so AzN, I would say its lifespan is probably early 90s to the mid 2000s, and at that time, Asians didn't really have their own identity, right?
Yeah, there's no solidarity. We kind of were raised up in hip hop culture.
Exactly.
I think that the apex was Romeo Must Die.
Exactly.
The apex.
I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely true.
You had Jet Li hooking up with Aaliyah, and it was like, holy shit.
Right.
That's like as groundbreaking as William Shatner kissing Lieutenant Uhura, like white interracial kissing, like.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that kind of solidified and was pretty much the end of like the AzN era, pretty much.
It was when.
It's like 99 at that point, 97.
99 was probably at its peak, and then kind of died off. And not to mention, Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Around that 99, 2000.
Mm-hmm.
That showed that the Asian subculture in that life.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say, like a lot of AzN's influence came from, like you said, hip hop, like Tupac and Biggie and everything like that, because we didn't have anything to identify with, right? So there was a lot of, and of course there wasn't YouTube or social media yet.
Yeah.
So it was like, all right, what can we assimilate or identify with? And not to mention a lot of Asians, at least Southeast Asians, migrated from during the 70s and 80s during the Vietnam War and the Khmer Rouge into Long Beach.
Yep.
But then you have other East Asians who are more in San Francisco and in Alhambra, Monterey Park. Yeah. And just between Southeast Asians and East Asians, that's a whole like difference between the two right there. And
really?
Those guys fought each other.
Yeah.
Like those guys not like each other. There was a whole thing back in the 90s when TRG and the Watching, and TRG and ABZ, but that's a different story. But Cambodians and Taiwanese and then Chinese, like.
What is TRG?
It's Tiny Rascals
Tiny
gang.
Rascal Gang.
Oh, it's like a gang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Predominantly Cambodian, Laotian gang in around the Long Beach area.
Oh, okay.
But they would go on gang wars with each other back then.
Yeah, that's my sister's generation.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool.
So that was the AzN, right? So
you had the sideburns cut off to like a 0, and then you had like a fucking your hair looked like a Pidgeotto.
Not a very threatening name. Also, the Tiny Rascals.
Well, that's what it's TRG, but like people were like shooting each other in broad daylight.
Okay, see
there's
that
a
part.
There's a lot of cross.
it
was pretty bad.
It was real.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
but still, Tiny Rascals.
Hey man,
that's all. I don't that's it, man. I'm done.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, it was them against SOS at some point. I remember
SOS.
Who's that? Sons of Samoa.
Oh, okay. I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No
so
joke.
I was like, that was just like, okay, well, people are just gonna kill each other in the middle of the street right now. All right, can I not go outside? I'm 4 years old. But that was like my sister's generation. She grew up in that. She's like 6.5 years older than me, so she went through like teenage years and all that stuff.
Also North Long Beach, dude. Like this.
Well, we moved to North Long Beach like right
Where
after.
are you living at this time?
We're over in Wrigley area.
Oh, Wrigley. Okay.
Yeah.
We still kind of rough.
Yeah, we moved pretty much right after Rodney King. So after that, we're like, let's move to a safe neighborhood in North Long Beach. I'm like, good choice.
Right. I guess.
I guess relatively, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I had a couple of friends that lived out in North Long Beach as well.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to be separate from like all the Filipinos that are like banging over there. So we went to North Side, and there's like no Filipinos over there.
You see some stuff, but it's like fairly quiet.
Yeah, it's fairly quiet.
Yeah. Because I remember you're seeing a lot of, I guess, OG ABZs around there. They're like all older. This was 2004, 2005, and these guys were already in the 30s and 40s. And you could tell, like, okay, these guys are probably OG. Yeah. And they're like, we all got our families. Like, we're not trying to do that no more. But, they told me their history's like, back then in the 80s, we came over from Cambodia and we had to defend ourselves somehow. All the Bloods or rather the Crips and the Longos, they're messing with us. So we had to band together and group together and everything. And going back to it, like how you said your sister, that's her generation. She grew up into that. So I think that's one of the biggest parts is Asians first generation coming over and getting picked on and trying to fight back, but also trying to have an identity. But that also evolved into current day all these subcultures and just Asians alone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how do we get into Asian gangs and then they created ABGs? Is it just like these are the girls of the gang, like girl gang? Are they girl gang members? Are they just girlfriends of gang members?
Bikers, like they have their old ladies, right?
Yeah, so they're the old ladies.
So it's like
because like in my head I'm imagining just all girl gangs and like it's pretty.
Well,
much,
no, they weren't like let's form our own gang.
Yeah,
it just became more.
Is great,
right? But it seems like especially now in the newer generations of this genre is like. The motivation is entirely social media.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
All
like it's so engrossed in that, and the traveling and the partying, all that stuff just seems to be a benefactor for that.
For sure.
For the social media aspect of it.
I would say think AzN as the Pokemon Eevee. Right, and then you have all these different.
Now we're getting into Pokemon.
Yeah, we got. Okay, you forget what podcast we're on, David.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Let's go.
You remember how you had okay, so I only remember first generation, but you had the fire, the electric.
Eevee can evolve into 3 different types of Pokemon.
Right, but then now it's like 10 of them, right?
Yeah.
So think about that. Like Eevee is like the.
Calm down.
Sorry, I got upset. My bad. I don't like talking about the new generation. I'm not into it.
Me neither.
Go ahead.
That's perfectly fine, man. But how Eevee was like the OG, right? And it splits off into all these different genres, but hey, at the base of it was AzN.
Right.
So I'm saying ABG stemmed from AzN, but then there's also you have other subcultures of like the gangsters too. That's still a thing now.
It still is. It's not like widely advertised as part of the culture because during that time the AzN everyone's like I'm a thug. It's like nobody was a thug really. There was some real thugs out there. But they weren't like I'm a thug kind of thing.
Right.
And then when I see ABGs, I'm thinking they're like female gangsters, and I was like completely wrong. It's all clout. I mean, some of them are covered in tattoos. Some of them are fucking ride or die. That's one of the definitions I heard. I was like, damn, ride or die. I was like, that's pretty cool. They're like, nah, they're just taking pictures in front of shit.
But I mean,
the boba.
That being said, exactly, boba life.
Yeah.
I think it's like a Venn diagram too. So some people could sit in both worlds while others are very differentiated between all right, that's real gangster, this one is just straight up partying ABG or whatever, but I'm saying I think it just evolved from that AzN culture. Not to mention there's other circumstances too, adoptees, right? South Koreans were highly or I don't know what term, massively adopted or whatever back in the 80s and 90s. I think even still so now. And during the 80s... Are
you talking about in Southern California, or are you talking
all
about...
All over. Uh-huh. They would get adopted by Americans, white families and everything like that. I met a few of them in the Navy too, actually.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know an officer that's is one of them.
And I always wondered, I was why every time I encountered a Korean in the Navy,
last name Smith.
Yeah. Or
Johnson.
Wilson or Williams. Yeah, they're always adopted. And then I realized later after, doing research, there was a heightened surge. Yeah, there we go. Surge of adoption from South Korea to America and to pretty much the Western world. It's their own historical circumstances of they need the money and the resources stemming from the Korean War.
Yeah.
And then I think at that time the 70s and 80s, that's when the South Korean economy started to boom.
Yeah.
Because it was
they were like
stagnating
manufacturing like crazy.
Yeah, like Hyundai and Daewoo and LG, you know, they started coming up, and Samsung.
Mm-hmm.
But for a minute after the Korean War, like during the 60s and 70s,
poverty, extreme poverty.
North Korea was doing better. So people,
Yeah.
and you know, that's Cold War. People were thinking, oh shit, you know, maybe communism was a thing. Anyway, I'm getting into politics and communism now.
Yeah.
We should have just stayed with, you know, Molly and Coke. But
Right.
No, we're already too far. Tell me about the socio-political economics theory.
Yeah,
No, we're not gonna go in there. So, South Korean. All right, so let's go to our DMs. Like, you were sending me a lot of like IG profiles, and I was just like, essentially, I was just like doing hot or not, or I was like giving my input. So, from my understanding, you're sending me like some South Korean ones, and I was like, they look like pop stars pretty much.
Right.
And I'm like, I really wouldn't consider that ABG as far as like
the one. I know the couple that I did send you were like the pop star idols from Korea.
Yeah.
Right? So I wouldn't really consider them ABGs. Like that's
just your sick little fetish. Got it.
It is for sure. Solely in Asia, right? That's Asia. But I'm talking as far as ABG as in a westernized and American Asian culture. You definitely do have Koreans that fall in that status of either, you know, the ride or die or straight up partying type. You know, go up to LA, go to K-Town, you see a lot of that.
Yep.
Or even just around here, you know, Fullerton, Buena Park.
I was gonna say like Garden Grove,
especially, yeah. Especially around there, right? And because it's all assimilated with other Asian cultures too, like you know, so Long Beach might have more Khmer and Laos. I think there's Hmong. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's Hmong.
There's Hmong. Yeah. Thais are spread around everywhere. So
yeah, you see a Thai restaurant and like 50-50 chance it's actually owned by Cambodians or Laotian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Thai is a weird one. I can get into that a little bit later, but yeah. So like every region in Southern California area, it's, you know, kind of have different ethnics of the Asian continent. So they kind of have similarities, but then also you have varying differences too. So like, you know, Alhambra, Monterey Park, 626 is more Taiwanese and mainland China coming in, and, you know, especially with around, I think, Arcadia and Pasadena,
like Covina area.
Yeah. Around towards Cerritos, which is still 562, but it's a little bit closer to La Palma and Buena Park.
Yeah.
So that's more Filipino, Korean, and there used to be a lot more Chinese, but they all kind of moved out to
they went to LA.
Yeah. So the Koreans and Filipinos in that area are, like, I would say, pretty different than Koreans and Filipinos in, you know, all the other regions too.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the Filipinos, and like as of recently, like, due to gentrification, I'm like looking at Carson now. I'm like, this isn't the same place anymore. They still got the Seafood City, but it's like slowly becoming Cerritos.
It's true.
Like, I'm looking at it now, like, okay, maybe it's gonna be that kind of like, oh, it's safe community, like big houses and all that stuff. Not tract homes, but like just giant Asian communities, but like not that much strife and a lot more infrastructure. So I don't know, like the Southern California Filipino, at least, you know, I'm Filipino, I'm trying to figure it out myself. Like, is there Filipino ABGs? I mean,
oh, definitely.
Really?
Definitely. There's all sorts, man.
Examples.
Yeah.
Okay,
Examples.
So
send me their profiles, please.
Hook a brother up.
actually, I probably have some.
No, I'm just joking, but yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's constantly evolving. Like you said, with like regional areas, like even in Southern California, you're talking about Orange County, LA, Northern LA, almost inland LA.
Yeah.
And then we haven't even covered NorCal.
Yeah, I don't know anything about
Yeah,
that.
that's a whole nother bag of worms right there.
Well, we might know something about San Diego.
San
It's been
Diego.
a minute since I've been back, but I would say San Diego has some similarities with Orange County.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely more right-leaning as far as
Yeah.
like the political scale
Which is kind of surprising.
I mean, it's a pretty big county, and then there's a lot of people that are just cool with, I guess, right-leaning politics, which is, I don't know. I mean, everybody thinks of LA and San Francisco as like a big, like, left politics kind of deal.
Right.
And then, like, all the other cities kind of fall to the wayside pretty much.
Well,
Right, that's true.
You kind of have to figure, too, in San Diego, it's a huge military
Yeah,
town. Like,
there
how
is.
many different bases are down
Yeah,
there?
you have all. You have Army? No
No,
Army.
but
Yeah.
definitely Marine Corps and Navy.
Yeah, Marine Corps, Navy.
Yeah.
So you have those multiple bases over there.
Right.
So and you have people that are pretty much transplanted from all over America.
That's true. So that definitely influences the like the kind of political aspect of
Yep.
that area.
But I'm trying to think of like the ABG culture there, because I'm like, San Diego ABG.
There's
Yeah, you
Mesa.
have to have some kind of like.
I'm thinking, I'm like, it's coming up a blank. I'm like, I'm seeing trigonometry triangles coming at me and fucking count like nope.
Right.
Maybe I just don't see it. Maybe I just don't have that meter. I don't know. That's why we brought you on here. Like, do you know anything about these ABGs in San Diego or not? Do they exist?
San Diego,
Am I surrounded by them? Am I one?
I don't think you are one.
Okay,
to be
thank
honest. I would say. I mean, it's been a minute since like we've hung out and everything like that, but I'll tell you this much: I get this a lot. It's like, dude, Ty, you're whitewashed. I'm like, well, how so?
Oh, calling you a banana or a Twinkie or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. And they're like,
I've heard all the hurtful hurts.
Yeah, I know about that.
You're in the Navy, you dip, you drink, you hang out with white people. I'm like, well, that's the military life.
Yeah,
like, how am I whitewashed? I can still, speak Thai and, go Thailand.
Like, what's wrong with, like, cultural diversity and actually trying to do a cultural exchange,
But I would say the only Asian thing I can think of in San Diego, it's all clumped up into one.
Kearny Mesa.
Kearny Mesa.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Korean, Japanese. So Kearny Mesa is essentially Cerritos combined with Garden Grove into like maybe 2 long streets. Convoy and
all into 2 streets.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like San Diego, it's like you're Asian?
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
Yeah.
No, but he's Korean, I'm Japanese.
This is yours.
Yeah, no, it's like
you're Asian.
Okay.
Come to think of it, you're right. Yeah, so like Chinese well, there's pho places everywhere in San Diego.
That's true, yeah.
A lot of like a pho place and Thai places are spread out.
So what? These streets are like just heavily populated with Asian
like
restaurants.
I'm talking about like all right, like fucking Chinese restaurant, Korean restaurant, massage nail spa, Chinese restaurant,
dude, that sounds
Japanese
awesome.
restaurant.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then like you go to the next block, it's the same thing over. You go across the street from a boba place, and then everything I just mentioned over and over again.
Right.
And that goes on
in
for
sequence.
In sequence, yeah, it's pretty bad. And then car dealership to break it up because it's actually an industrial area.
Yeah.
Industrial and retail, not retail, but yeah, because then like past those 2 streets, warehouses.
So it's not residential around that.
Those
people
very small residential
that populate that area don't really live in that. area.
Everybody goes there to eat food because like literally there's like a.
That's interesting.
I'm to be honest with you, maybe 30 or 40 Korean restaurants down that street.
I think there's a Hustlers and Pacers too.
Say again?
I think there's a Hustlers and Pacers strip club there too.
Yeah, there has to be. It's an industrial area. Yeah, they have like a couple of gun shops over there. Yeah, 99 Ranch and H Mart. They don't have a Seafood City. Seafood City is over in National City. That's where the Filipinos are at. Oh,
that's where the Filipinos are.
It has a 99 Market and an H Mart in the same area.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Kearny Mesa is hella concentrated, extremely concentrated.
Yeah.
Sorry,
LA we're all spread out, but Kearny Mesa's like.
Yeah, right there.
This is really interesting to me right now. Like, I can't even.
Like when Nikki and Ida came down from Long Beach, I was like, hey, you guys want to eat something? And they were over like by me, over in like City Heights area. It's like, yeah, if you want like Asian food, it's over in Kearny Mesa. And like, oh, it's coming back to me. Yeah, it's all there.
That's kind of like that area over there near like La Palma and Cypress. I think kind of area like right there where the 90 is and the 605.
Yeah, but you have like multiple.
And it's just a line of just Indian restaurants.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Yeah, you're talking about Little India.
Yeah,
legit Little India.
I live by there.
But that's a residential area, so it's like that's kind of like where everybody. Well, not everybody, but a lot of.
So they have like Indian, Pakistani,
right?
And like. And not just
Portuguese.
Portuguese, yeah. Which is like I found out Bellflower has like a Portuguese population.
So back then, when Cerritos or this whole area was all farmland, it was settled by Dutch and Portuguese farmers. Yeah. I don't know if the Dutch are still concentrated, but we used to have a Dutch import-export store right in Bellflower, right on Artesia Boulevard. Wow. There's still a big concentration of Portuguese population in Artesia.
Yeah,
in
that
whole neighborhood right behind Little India. There's
Artesia there.
The church called Our Lady Fatima. No. Holy Family. The Holy Family church. There's a big Portuguese concentration in that area. I went to high school with a lot of them. Mm-hmm. So they say, oh yeah, because I didn't know what a Portuguese was.
Yeah,
growing up, I was like, what's Portuguese? I knew Spanish, I knew Italian, but like, what was Portugal?
I always thought Portuguese was like a weird Spanish. And it's like, all right, then apparently Brazilians speak Portuguese. Like, how'd that happen out of everything in South America?
Right.
Like,
it sounds. It's such a like beautiful and just strange language.
Oh yeah.
When you hear it spoken,
like you can tell it's still.
Yeah,
wow,
like there's
roots,
that tone and like even the enunciation is there, but like it goes off the rails when you hear it because you're like, what?
It goes really quick too. I was like, oh wow, I can't even slow down and cognate this to any of the Latin roots because like there's like French in there,
right?
There's some some German words. I don't know what's going on in Portuguese.
Some German's pretty
crazy.
interchangeable. I mean, not interchangeable, but like, you know how English is supposed to be Germanic, but it's like way more French now.
Yeah, when it's got a lot of Latin roots with a lot of our actual terminology, so it's like, I don't know. It's Portuguese though is like I'm trying to pull alliterations. Like maybe it's just too much or the rhythm to it. Like maybe I'm just used to Spanish a lot, and I'm just like, it's not Spanish. So like hear it, not Spanish. Sorry, can't process.
I mean, Tagalog definitely has a lot of shared words from Spanish.
Well, that's what I like about Tagalog. Half of it's like pretty much like English. So it's like, because like halfway through a sentence, you're going to say something in English, and then you're like, all right, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, I always watch TFC, all the dramas, the variety shows. Yeah. It's like they'll say something in Tagalog, and then all of a sudden, like, it's all English.
Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, well, the first half of that sentence was Tagalog, and the other half of the sentence is English. Like, all right, you can kind of get what's going on. With Portuguese, it's like, all right, I'm going to speak Spanish, maybe every other word, and then maybe some French, maybe some Basque, maybe some German, maybe some like, oh, geez, I don't know what's going on here.
Right.
I mean, they're both right there on the Iberian Peninsula.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would imagine they have a lot of shared culture and languages. Anyway, I was going to ask you something, though.
What's up?
Before we went off on a European thing.
Yeah, I know. This is good. This is good. I like this.
Yeah.
So you've been in San Diego for a minute.
2 years.
That's it? Where were you before?
I was over in Bahrain for about 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I set myself on exile.
I had no idea. I thought this whole time you were in Virginia or Florida. Was that your first
yeah, I went straight
station, really?
So I went to a Minesweeper in 2012. So they sent me to San Diego.
Okay.
And then immediate back-to-back deployments to Bahrain. So,
that's
and then eventually like 2012 to 2013 was my second deployment, and we got villas out there. So I was like living there.
Okay.
Third deployment, we took the ship. So we permacrewed, and I stayed there for a year. Then I took a comm stay over there for 2 years. So like 3-4 years I was living there. So most of the time I was in Bahrain.
Okay. Well, I was going to ask, like, okay, so you've been there for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Have you encountered on your night outs, like, the UCSD kids, SDSU kids, or anything like that? Like, cause there's got to be a lot of Asians that goes to those colleges down there.
Yeah, I really just go to dive bars. I don't go to any. So I don't go to any place where there's like a whole bunch of like a concentration of college students.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, all right, well, that sounds like not a fun time for me. That's how I was before I joined the Navy too. So it's like, all right, dive bar. You got old people. You got darts. You got maybe a working pool table and PBR at a reasonable price, right? And I will drink it.
That is a winning combo right there.
Yeah, but nowadays it's like I go to a bar, it's like PBR, $6 a can. Like, fuck off, man. I'm leaving.
Because
I'm
it's the thing. I remember that back in A school, you and Devore would always drink PBR.
Yeah.
Always talk about PBR.
Yeah.
And that was right before like PBR was, mainstream.
That was literally how I bridged gaps with people from the South, because I was like, I've never met people from the South. Devore was from Alabama. He was from Mobile. So I was like, you're from racism, Alabama. They were trying to stop the civil rights movement there.
You mean
like,
just Alabama?
Yeah, but it was funny because he was like, oh, you get all super butthurt.
Right.
He was like, no, I'm not like that.
I'm not like, yeah.
And then Burleson, he was from North Carolina.
I don't remember who Burleson was.
This is a tall dude, talk slow, talk like Hank Hill, pretty much.
Nice.
Except not, because that's North Carolina.
Nice.
But yeah. And then a dude from Louisiana. Fuck, what's his name? I don't know. But yeah, all my friends were fucking Southern, so like all we had to get like bridge the gap was PBR and anime, which they're all fucking nerds, surprisingly enough.
So when you're out in San Diego, you don't really encounter too much of a Asian concentration.
No. Like literally, if I go to Kearny Mesa, then yeah, and then National City's like, it's like Filipinos and Mexicans. That's about it.
Filipinos and Mexicans, but the Filipinos there are typically fobs, though, huh?
Not necessarily. It's just like you're thinking about Filipinos that are in concentration close to a military base.
Okay, yeah.
So like anywhere in the world, you'll have a Filipino population next to a military base.
That's true.
Like that's just how it happens. They're working at the Nex. They're doing like there's a Filipino restaurant or something like that. That's just how it is. That's how you have Filipinos in Virginia. You're like, oh, what the hell? All right.
OFWs, overseas Filipino workers.
Yeah. Like there's a shit ton. Like I was surprised when I even got over to like Bahrain. I was like, why is half of this island like 40 to 50% is Filipino?
Right.
I was like, what? Went to Italy for like a 3-day mission. It was like, there's Filipinos here too. All you hear on bridge to bridge, like you're out in the open ocean, Filipino, Tagalog.
Right.
That's like literally probably the language of the nautical language of merchant vessels, because there's Filipino sailors everywhere on every merchant vessel, every country. It's
merchant
crazy.
and cruise, luxury cruises and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nepalese, I've encountered a lot around Long Beach too. I don't know if you've encountered Nepalese.
Yeah, there's a small population. Yeah. There is a couple Nepalese restaurants in San Diego. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember. But yeah, that's pretty good food. I love, oh man, dude, like.
Never had it.
Oh. Man. All right, let's go. You want to go Korean barbecue or Nepalese restaurant after this?
Pretty down for Korean barbecue.
Okay, yeah, we're going to KBBQ.
Like soju,
Uyghur,
ABGs, and
oh yeah. Well, you know, like Uyghurs, right? The Chinese Muslims. Yeah. Fucking. You ever have goat Chinese style? Ooh.
No.
Ooh boy.
I have not.
Is
it braised?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'm down.
Yeah.
I go in Oman. There's a sit down and everything like that. It's all right. Eat with your hands. Here's goat. Here's chicken, and here's another goat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let's just go to town.
Right.
So good. And they got their style of the yogurt sauce. I can never say it. Like Middle Eastern.
Wait, no, that's not it.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much like a basic tzatziki.
It's like Mediterranean, Middle East.
Right.
Like,
it's fermented. It's creamy. It's fatty for sure.
Right. Yeah.
And like you cover any gamey meat with it, and it magically becomes delicious.
Grab a bread and pick some food up.
Yeah. Well, have you ever tried Jordanian food?
No, I don't believe I have.
Oh man, I forget this one dish. There's this rice dish that they have at parties that's literally 14,000 calories and feeds like 50 people. And I really want to try it.
There's actually a lot of Lebanese around here too.
Yeah, there is.
Anaheim and Cyprus, and apparently Zenku is Lebanese too.
Yeah,
he's Lebanese, went to Armenia, and then came over here, and then.
Does it taste good? Yes, it does.
Yes,
all right, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. It's really good.
It's kind of weird how some places are like they won't call them Iranian restaurants, or they won't call it so Persian restaurants. I forget how it goes.
Not Iranian.
Or then Iraqi. They say Iraqi food.
They'll call themselves Persian because
because of the Gulf.
Right.
There's that too.
But then there's also the people of Persia in Iran, I believe.
So the Persians became Iran in like the 1600s or whatever. I can't remember. Like after the Ottoman Empire. I'm getting all my history messed up, but I do know for sure that the reason why they say Persian in LA is because of the 1980 coup.
Yeah, so pretty much like when Iran flipped the switch and became like hard religious, political,
theological and everything.
A theocracy. Theocracy. So they have like an imam that's ruling the country. It used to be actually democratic. So like you see pictures of Iran back in like the 70s, and they're like having discos with like fucking poofy hair and porn star mustaches. I'm like, what the heck? Everybody's having a good time. Like, yeah, that's Iran. Theocracy.
Yeah, nightlife is pretty crazy.
Like too, right?
Say again?
I think Afghanistan was like that too, wasn't it?
I think not Afghanistan. I don't think they came up as hard because like Iran was like a built-up nation at that point. Afghanistan was still a satellite country for the USSR.
Right, but I think at one point there, at least Kabul, like they weren't all covered up in burqas.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole idea, it was like it's a whiplash of like, all right, well, we were like a satellite Russian country, and like, but we want American genes and all that stuff, and they had the American genes for maybe like a decade, then it was like, whoosh, right back to theocracy.
Right.
But it's crazy. I was like looking at it like, okay, that's cool. And that's why everybody likes American genes and Rolexes and all that stuff. Like when you go over there and like, why there's so many knockoffs of this stuff?
Yeah.
On a bit of a side note.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about this sort of subculture. Do you remember the dance era?
Like Dance Revolution?
Quest Crew, America's Best Dancer. This is like 2008, 2009 maybe.
No, you're enlightening me now.
You guys don't remember that? Mm-mm. Okay, so...
Is this like, what do you call it? That Jamie Kennedy movie? What's that called?
No.
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah, no. Is it Malibu's Most Wanted?
No.
All right, so I think like hip-hop dancing, right? This is huge in Asian culture, even to this day. But 2008, 2009, I would say was at its peak. So MTV had America's Best Dance Crew, right? And I think it went on for 3 seasons. And you guys heard Jabberwockies, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so Jabberwockies.
Wow. That's surprising.
Yeah, I thought you would know, to be honest. These guys are old school. Like they're probably Gen Xers, I think, maybe a little bit older millennials.
Yeah.
They're the guys that have the white mask on and dance in Vegas now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a residency over there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they became a nightly act over in Vegas. So okay.
So they were the first to win the first season, and then but you had a bunch of dance crews come on, and a lot of them came from our area.
Really?
Like there's one called Quest Crew that is literally down the street from where I live.
I might be locking this away from my memory because Quest Crew does sound very familiar.
Right. Team Millennia, I had a homegirl that danced on that. A bunch of these dance crews from all over the country, but definitely around from our area. But I would say that kind of, I don't know if it's a bridge between AZ and ABG, but that's also a definite subculture of of Asians, especially around here.
So you're telling me there's a whole troop of dancing Asians out there?
Yes. Okay. If
a couple troops.
If you go back to college, like especially Cal State Long Beach, I bet you there's probably multiple dance crews.
I literally dropped out of Cal State Long Beach multiple times, so I probably did not. They were probably dancing around me. I was too busy not being there.
They're there, man.
They're there?
Yeah.
If I go back there, just kind of like, I want to go get a Subway sandwich on campus and be like, oh, they're just dance battling.
I don't think by dance battling, but they have, maybe they're like practicing for a competition.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they definitely have dance crews. Like Filipinos are a big part of it.
I believe
Koreans are a big part of it.
That's actually, that whole dance thing is like coming back actually. Like in a lot of TV shows, they have competitions. World of Dance specifically is like, I actually like to watch that show a lot, and it comes on, like once a year or whatever. But they had the Jabberwockies on there recently, and they were amazing, obviously. And then they brought and introduced all these other dance crews, kids, grown-ups, and then just there was also solo artists and people like that. But like that whole like culture, I guess, is still pretty booming.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's like, so you think you can dance? That's been going on for forever, since the beginning of time. But yeah, that's still popping.
Yeah.
The dance stuff.
I would definitely say that it's a definite subculture in with Asians for sure though. Like but I was saying, like those dance crews, like Asian dance crews was at its height, like at 2008 2009. I remember having a homegirl from my high school. She always invited me to go to her dance competitions or dance shows and everything like that, and I would go. They're fun, a lot of hot girls. Problem is, there's a lot of hot guys too.
Damn, is that a problem for you?
Definitely.
Oh wow.
Right.
Can't
Dancer
control
girls
yourself.
only want to go for dancer guys.
Right.
You can only like pose so long. You're like, you kind of doing like the two-step, and then like nobody sees you execute the move.
Exactly.
You're like, I'm just gonna two-step out of here.
Exactly, man. It's like this guy's doing windmills and everything.
Yeah,
like
you're
that.
like,
Dude, just electric slide, I'm telling you. That's all you need to do.
But yeah, so like her team, or her like varsity team, whatever, or Team Millennia, like they joined the dance crews and everything, and joined the So You Think You Can, not So You Think You Can Dance, America's Best Dance Crew. Shit, maybe it's on ABC, I can't remember. Whatever.
It sounds like an ABC show.
Yeah.
But I would say that's definitely a thing. I think it could have been a bridge too. So I'm trying to map it out, but
I feel like it's softening the blow for America to accept like K-pop groups.
yeah, I mean, shit, K-pop is a huge thing.
Yeah,
right
K-pop,
now, too.
like because like Korean culture has influenced all of Asia. That's the America of.
Originally it was Japanese.
Yeah,
Originally
it was Japanese and Chinese, but now it's like
now Korean.
Koreans' number one export is probably their entertainment, just like America's number one export. Like we don't really, compared to other countries, we don't make a lot, but what we do export is entertainment.
But that's actually governmental too.
Right.
I just realized for Korea, like they're exporting culture with K-pop and K-drama. There's a government hand in it. Like,
oh, what?
Thailand does the same thing. They do it with food.
Yeah, all their licorns are like all fucking popular in like the Cambodian, Malaysia, Singapore thing. Yeah, it's weird how like there's like countries that are popular for like, oh man, like the Hindi dramas, they're even popular in Thailand too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a government hand in it, because I know the government. If you want to set up a restaurant in, let's say, your taxes and you go up to America, Australia, it's like,
yeah,
hey,
Thailand will like sponsor you or something.
yeah, they'll sponsor
I
you.
heard about that.
Give you funding, and like, all right, here you go. That's why like Thai food is like so popular.
Yeah.
Muay Thai and not so much lakons compared to K dramas or anything like that, but
yeah,
it's there.
It's like it'd be probably more like Lao, Cambodian, Hmong kind of. They're like, oh, cool, this is like the newest thing, because like Thai cinema is popular in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
South Korea culture is like spreading. So like, because like Philippines is kind of like, it's that weird moment where like, all right, you got South Korean culture, Japanese culture, also some of the Thai
Definitely American culture too.
American culture as well. So you have like Filipinos that are like straight up like aren't caught up to speed with anime and like South Korean music and television in America. Mm-hmm. You're like, what? But you're over there.
Right.
Like, I don't even watch the shit you're watching. Like,
but,
maybe anime, but that's it.
Right.
I think there's like some sort of history involved too, because there's it is definitely highly influenced by China and Korea and Japan, because right there. But history's with Spanish colonization, then American colonization. But if you ever noticed, like, I think the Philippines is the only one that only goes after American culture specifically, or in certain specific American cultures, like basketball.
Yeah, they do. Basketball is very popular in the Philippines.
Like not
the PNBA.
The rest of Asia, it's soccer, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe their national fighting sport or whatever. But for the Philippines, it's basketball and urban subculture, right? Like
I think so.
Sneakers.
Okay.
Collecting
Shoe
sneakers.
game. Yep.
The fashion.
I mean, it really depends, because like there's still like the amount of poverty to people that can actually afford that. It's like
that's true.
Like, I don't think it would outweigh it. That's just more like probably some like clout shit you'll see. But like as far as entertainment, because like I know like even if you're poor, you can watch TV with somebody's house, and that's how they would get their concept of like this is the culture, this is what's going on.
Right.
Not so much like owning things, because like I mean I could say like I have relatives in the Philippines and like we'll send them like buying boxes of like food and stuff and like shoes, but they're like kind of outdated. So I always had this theory like Asia, as far as like Western culture, they're like a couple years behind, and that's like normal to think of it like just as how our culture influences them, but now that we have the internet, that gap is like slowly decreasing, and now it's going Asian culture is influencing America to some extent.
Do you think that's definitely true. Do you think it's behind, or do you think it's just kind of like, all right, they pick and grab at what they like, but they also still have their own identity?
Like I saw it as like it was just kind of behind, but actually thinking about it now, how it is actually catching up with the spread of like information, it's more like pick and choose, put together, make it their own, reconstitute, redistribute, and that's pretty cool, because it's like the whole idea of like taking a culture and like making your own. Otherwise, we wouldn't have bomb ass food nowadays.
It's true.
Yeah, it's think about this is in the case with like Filipino food. Like half the dishes aren't even like they weren't there to begin with. Like somebody came over there, conquered the island, and put that food there, or at least the idea of the food.
I think at the very least, as far as music is concerned, we still have in America a large influence on the Asian culture.
Yeah.
Because as you guys said, they adopt from our pop culture, right? And our pop culture now is kind of hip hop. Like that's what it is.
And now it's fed back.
And they're one and the same. So they including with like K-pop, that's like huge over like that influence is definitely you could see it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not as much like involved with. Like I don't listen to K-pop. I don't watch a lot of anime. That is a huge thing with all of my friends, though.
Right.
So like they put me on game about like what shit to watch and everything like that. Especially this guy. But so I'm not as familiar with how much that influence is like creeping over here when it comes back around to us. But I definitely see it. Food, 100%. There's a lot more Asian influenced restaurants, especially in Long Beach. We're kind of getting our food game up in general. Yeah, we're still working on it, but yeah, I don't know. I just see a lot more of the influence coming out than coming in. Yeah, just on my from my perspective. But you probably would know better than that.
I think it's just more like we're just passing back and forth nowadays.
Right. I think it's like maybe just trading off. Like, okay, you can have this, and we'll, you know what I mean? Like
thinking about like tacos. Like that was a Middle Eastern thing back in like 15th century.
Did we learn about that together?
It was on Netflix. That's where I learned about it. Maybe
the taco documentary.
I know the Lebanese came to Mexico.
And that's what it was. They brought shawarma over, and then they became tacos.
Right.
And everybody was happy that they did that.
Right.
Thank God. I was like,
well, I also found out like you just said, trade with everything, but because chili and spices is a Central American thing, a Central and South American thing. That's how it kind of spread around the world. Especially around the age of navigation, with the Portuguese and Spanish. But I think with modern day, how you have globalization and social media and the advancement of technology, it's like a lot, like like you just said, a lot faster in trade with culture and just everything else between Asia, Africa, America, the European countries, like all around the world.
Like if you were like Christopher Columbus and you were here today and you're like, why the fuck do they have matcha and dragon fruit here? And I haven't even even discovered this country yet. Like, what's going on?
Is matcha ABG?
I think matcha is definitely ABG. I had to
100%.
My sister.
I love matcha though.
So my sister posted.
I seriously do.
Sister posted a story.
Even that's being gentrified. Thank you, Starbucks.
Yeah.
That's true.
My sister posted an IG story, and it was like an acai bowl covered in matcha. And she's like, "Oh my god, my favorite!" And I'm like, "No," because I was still trying to figure out what ABG was. Like, is my sister an ABG?
It's like ultimate ABG picture.
Yeah, and then I asked her like, "Is that matcha?" I was like, "You know it is." I'm like, "No."
I was showing Keith yesterday. It's like you see a bunch of girls on Instagram, like they'll have like 3-4 bowls of ramen, 3 different plates of Korean barbecue, and they'll pose with the chopsticks.
Oh yeah.
It. It's like, take one bite, throw it away. I'm full. Yeah, I only did it for the Instagram.
Right.
Yeah, I would throw that woman off the building if she just took one bite and she's like, "I'm full."
There's a YouTube page where this little Asian girl just like eats massive amounts of food in front of everybody. I think it's it's like some weird, I don't know.
It's like ASMR, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think she's recording herself like sound wise anyways.
No, I mean just like it's weird, but people can't help but watch kind of thing. Not like it gives them some kind of oral
sexual pleasure.
Some people
take
it. Yeah, some people take it.
Really?
Yeah, there's this one really. This chick was going ham on some seafood, and it was just like, oh no.
Yeah, and it was disgusting.
Yeah, she had an alligator
crab
too.
Or something.
She was eating crab. You saw that one, yeah?
Yeah, I saw that.
I sent that to you. Didn't I
think you did.
Yeah, and you're like, I am ruined forever.
Right, thank you for that. I'm going to sleep now.
Yeah. I think it can be sometimes like whether you're watching it of quantity or a challenge. It's like, oh, I want to see like eat that ghost pepper, or how many shrimps can you eat, or sometimes it's kind of like in a weird cathartic way where you're sitting down and you're just watching them eat. It's like, well, I guess I don't have anyone to eat with. I'll eat with this person.
I think that's what it started out as. Like people are just like having lunch by themselves, and they have another person eating a lunch with, or eating 4,000 to 5,000 calories with them. Like a normal person would.
Right.
While you're eating a tuna sandwich,
if you're talking to me,
yeah, they're going to eat, like 5 racks of ribs in like an hour, and they're going to time themselves. They're not going to puke. But I've noticed in like some of those mukbang ones, they'll like, okay, I understand they're doing the speed up, but I don't know, maybe there's like a cut there where they stop eating maybe for 24 hours.
Right.
Because like, I don't feel like you can eat all that.
Yeah. It's one meal every 48. Like that's
or like whatever you're doing, maybe you're purging whatever. I don't know. Like that's just ridiculous.
I want you to record that too.
Yeah. I'm surprised people that have the metabolism to put away 6,800 calories and be like, let me do another one tomorrow.
Yeah. And it's always like the tiniest of people doing that. I'm like, what? How?
Yeah.
Jealous of their metabolism, dude.
Yeah,
dude.
I wish I had that. I used to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah. You just eat as many dollar chicken sandwiches you can afford, so you can get 4. 4 chicken sandwiches.
Exactly 4.
You're a fucking mukbang champ before the term was even invented.
Go to Jack in the Box, get the 2 tacos for $1.
Oh my god.
So get 2 of them, so 4.
Yeah, you get 4. Yeah.
And then they get their chicken tacos, or not chicken tacos, the chicken sandwiches for another $1, $5 right there.
Dude,
tacos and chicken sandwich.
My sister, I keep mentioning my sister this podcast. I don't know why.
I know why.
She invented. Yeah, it's probably because she's an ABG.
Right. You know what's happening.
Yeah.
You should ask her about the whole AzN phase though. Like
I will. I might even have her on the podcast and be like, this might be a theme for the season.
Cool. I never met your sister before.
Yeah, she's a hard woman to get a hold of. She's got 3 kids. She's got a wrangle.
She's always on the move. That's that much.
Is she still in the area?
Yeah, she lives over in Lakewood now.
Oh, okay, right.
Like Lakewood area.
Yeah.
Like all my family moved out to like the Lakewood, Long Beach area. It's like a little triangle. What was I saying? Oh yeah, she invented. I think she did food hacks before anybody did because she's the one that taught me about making a $2 sourdough jack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Take a jumbo jack, ask them to replace it with a sourdough bun.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and
for sure.
You get a shit ton of ranch because that does not taste like a sourdough jack at all.
Nope.
And then you're like, boop, 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 boop.
I was getting that with my friends, like the $2 Big Mac or whatever. You get the double cheeseburger, and then just ask them, hey, let me get that sauce or whatever on the side.
The mac sauce.
Yeah.
Ooh, and if they hook you up with that, you got.
Dude, I do that all the time. If I go over there and like I'm probably drunk, I'm like, no ketchup or mustard, please. Just put the mac sauce on that dollar burger. And
they're like checking the checklist. Like
it's the same shit.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah,
exactly.
It's exactly the same.
That's crazy. Yeah, so that's how I learned about like food hacking. So like, we're on the topic of just like eating cheap food for, I don't know how we got there, but cheap food for less.
It's a process.
Yeah, it is. Like stacking fries in a sandwich just for like
fries and sandwich.
I
always do the tacos in the sandwich too.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
whoa.
When I go to Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
I just put the $1 burgers and the $1
in a blender or just like
just
as a
put the tacos in the burger.
That's crazy.
Yeah. How do you just put them? Just stack them.
Stack them. Or like put it in between the buns, with the the rest of the patties, and just go put it down with that.
Blowing my mind,
sounds
sir.
Not as amazing as it probably really is.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, especially late night drunk.
Yeah.
You got the buttermilk sauce from Jack in the Box. Yeah, it's really good, man.
Oh man, I wish I had the I know they have a pump because they're the Jack in the Box by my house in San Diego. Right. They got a ranch pump, the buttermilk pump.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're like fuck these packets. There's like pump, and you're like fucking.
Dude, we're gonna have to start introducing video to this because we're gonna start doing some food hack
Oh man,
videos
you better start running and working out with me then because like I'm not gonna. Oh okay. Guess we're not, man.
You asked me last time. It's not gonna happen. Jeez. It's not gonna happen now.
All those times I get drunk in Long Beach and I'm like running a mile in like loafers. I'm like, help me.
You be running while you're drunk, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I'm just like sheer willpower. I'm like, I gotta get somewhere quick.
That's impressive.
I may be dressed fancy, but I gotta run.
I mean, so. I can understand like on a night out and it's shit. I need to catch
No,
the
I'm like
bus.
wake up and I'm like, oh crap, like I have to be at a family thing. So I'm like, run my car. Fuck. Yeah. That's waking up after being. So
run in my car, get in the car, throw up a little bit.
Yeah.
Start the car.
If I know I got somewhere to be in the morning, either I'm like, I don't drink that night, and if I do end up drinking that night, I'm like, sorry, dude, I can't make it. Fuck that. I'm not going.
I like his style.
Yeah. You just fucking leave him hanging?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I guess I'm a people pleaser. Like, I guess I was like showed up to this family event. I'm like, swaying back and forth. I'm like, I'm here. At least I'm here. And I'm like,
dude, that's me today, bro. We're here recording.
Yeah.
I am hungover.
Hey, we're gonna get some KBBQ after
I'm not concerned about that because I might throw it up.
That's why you
just
keep
kidding.
eating.
I just ate Wendy's.
You get some water or something, man, and get you hydrated.
Water. There's not a lot of water in this corner right now. He drank all the coffee, so that's fucked. Oh, there we go.
You're gonna catch my cold though.
Oh, you're fucking sick.
Yeah, man.
God damn.
Told you I
thought that was just your natural rasp.
Maybe I hawked out a white Symphony bar out there. You don't remember that? Hershey's Symphony bar.
Once again, Symphony bars are not white chocolate.
Don't start this. Okay. Don't start this shade.
You know how disgusting this man is? He eats fucking those cookies and cream Hershey bars.
It's good. You're literally the only. Do you like those, Ty?
I do actually.
Whoa.
See, that's it. Made me do it.
Calm down,
You made me do it right now, bro. I'm gonna rage quit this podcast right now.
You're literally fighting yourself out of a corner.
Is it just white chocolate is just disgusting for you?
Yeah, it's not good. I don't like it. It tastes like I don't know, like plastic if it was chocolate.
Dude, you've eaten a lot of plastic that might have tasted
I haven't
like
eaten
chocolate.
a lot of plastic, but I've eaten some.
Okay.
What's your go-to for candy? Or
Candy?
Specifically chocolate.
Specifically chocolate. I really like those Justin's like peanut butter cups. Those are really fucking
Justin's?
good. Yeah, they're like organic.
Okay.
And I don't really give a shit about that, and I
Okay.
still love Reese's. I just like the consistency inside. Right. Like it's not all like dry and like mealy in my mouth. It's like actual peanut butter. It's fucking awesome.
If you had a choice,
but it's like organic or whatever, and it's like super expensive. It's like $2 for a fucking.
Oh my God.
That's how much candy is now.
Fancy chocolates, yeah.
Yeah, candy's fucking $2.
It's Halloween. I don't know what you're talking
regular
about.
ass candy bar.
It's Halloween right now. You can get a lot of candy for cheap.
I'm gonna
No,
stock
it's the
up.
day after Halloween.
Oh yeah, even cheaper.
Yeah.
They're selling it already now, though.
Yeah.
The candy packs with
So-
all the different varieties and shit.
What was the name of that fucking peanut butter you're talking about again?
It's called Justin's.
So Justin's, if you were to describe the consistency,
Sponsored by Justin's Peanut Butter Cups.
Justin peanut butter cups, $2 a pop. If you were to describe it between the two, right? You have Butterfinger's weird amalgamation crystallization of peanut butter, maybe.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah. And then a Reese's peanut butter cup, where would it fall? Like more towards the Butterfinger crispity crunchity?
No, there's no. It's a smooth peanut butter.
So it's an actual peanut butter.
Yeah. Well, it's probably mixed
It's like a
with
soft
other
nougat
things.
kind of nougat consistency.
It's the consistency. Like I don't know if you guys have ever had like an old Reese's peanut butter cup as opposed to a newer one
it's peanut
that's
brittle.
like fresh from.
Yeah.
Like they just delivered it right there.
I don't think that's how it works, but
They're
yes.
very different. Well, fuck off.
It came fresh from the factory.
Listen. Okay.
I find it funny that you're hyping up organic peanut butter candy right now.
It's not the organic part that I'm hyping up. It's just the fact that it's good. That's all it is. I don't care about. It doesn't need to be organic. Suck my dick. I don't give a fuck about that.
Wait, so for chocolate, would you rather milk or dark?
That depends on the chocolate, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if it's like some shitty, like I don't really eat Hershey's at all.
Yeah.
It's not really.
Hershey's isn't really chocolate. I mean,
It's not.
they legally can have a whole bunch of bug parts in there for the most part.
They most likely do.
2 to 3 thoraxes per batch or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but dark chocolate,
Dark chocolate, probably. Probably dark chocolate.
like the highest percentage dark chocolate. Like,
no, that stuff gets kind of like it's bitter and it's not as.
There's a
enjoyable.
little bitterness to it, but it's still good.
Yeah.
That's like I don't know.
I like a good like 75, 70, that kind of thing.
I'm more like a 91. Like you can apply it to skin, it causes a pimple immediately. That's the kind of dark chocolate I like.
I thought that was a myth, the whole chocolate and pimples
It is
thing.
a myth.
Yeah.
Is it a myth?
Yeah, it doesn't cause
What
pimples.
the hell causes it?
You
Does it mean
goddamn
I-
liar.
I
You know what
could've been
does?
eating all this
Grease.
Just clogging pores. You just need to clean it up, and
You have to wash.
yeah.
You have to wash.
Are you one of those?
No,
Are you one of those thinky kids on this shit?
God,
Okay.
no. Well, because one time we were underway and Doc was talking shit. We always lose water on a fucking mine sweep. He's all like, and I had a shit ton of baby wipes. I'm Filipino and I don't want don't want to smell bad. I know water's gonna go out. Doc's never been on a fucking mine sweep before. He's like, all that does is redistribute the bacteria in your body. He's like, all right, Doc, cool. Then like a week after not having potable water for bathing, is like, Borbin, let me get one of those. Like, yeah, sure, man.
Oh yeah.
Redistribute those fucking bacteria. At least you smell
Tables they
good.
turn.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't give a shit. But like, yeah, there's some smelly motherfuckers on
Yeah,
there,
that dude.
and we've been forced in some situations where we had to be smelly motherfuckers.
I was roommates with some of them.
Ooh,
That shit
I don't want to
sucks.
remember that. Yeah, God.
We had some.
Damn, can't escape it at all.
No, they're like we're talking about crusted funk.
our-
Crusted funk
The worst of the funks.
that hit the sun. Like the sun hits that funk spot.
Right.
I don't want to tell you the source of the funk.
Yeah.
It's usually like a sock or a crumpled piece of underwear.
Right.
And then it's piled on with more crumpled socks or pieces of underwear.
Right.
And then we have a room inspection. You're talking about Great Lakes, right?
No. I'm talking about the ship.
Oh, gross. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's even worse. Yeah, it's just a whole bunch
Like-
of socks with jizz in it.
Roommates, and then not to mention birthing, how it's like cramped
Yeah.
right there. So the way our ship was designed was everyone was separated by their divisions. So us as an ET, I'm sure the other divisions had some notable people too, but our ET division on the ship were known for having like the funny talkers. So we had some guys with like speech impediments, and one of my best friends who I'm actually gonna go see next week down in San Diego. He just think Boomhauer and Forrest Gump mixed together. That's what he sounds like.
Oh, I got to hear that rhythm.
He's a great guy, but what? It'll take you maybe a month to understand him because he talks. I'm trying to think.
Is he from Kentucky?
No, he's from Alabama.
Really? Okay.
So Forrest Gump.
Because like I found out there was like two kinds of Kentucky. Like it sounds like you're from California because they were like watching TV and that's how they learned how to speak. And
That's how
there's,
they learned how to speak?
Yeah, like just a California newscaster accent,
Okay.
but in the middle of Kentucky. And then there's
Right.
like Boomhauer combined with Forrest Gump. Like super fast twang,
Right.
and you're like, I have no idea what he said.
There was one time one of our radars went down and they went to go fix it, and then he's the sole technician for the radar.
Yeah.
But another guy fixed it, so they asked him, "Hey, Patty, what happened with IFF?" And he goes, "I don't know. Those got silver tongue.
Oh no,
He got silver tongue. Those are thick IFF. IFF fine, man."
that's Creole, man. Oh,
No. That's what he sounded like.
Oh jeez.
No, he's from Alabama.
Wow.
But it's great. I love it. And then, so you know how he just spoke in broken English? The way he types his emails are the exact same way too.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
great.
wow. I want to see that, like, written.
We had it, and our chief made us throw it away.
What?
Yeah, and our first class kept it, but I haven't kept in touch with him
Yeah.
in a minute. So
That's cool.
yeah, but I'll probably go see him next week, and then if you're in San Diego, I'll hit you guys up.
Yeah, I'm usually in San, so like I'll come up to Long Beach every other weekend because
Okay.
I'm doing stuff in San Diego on
Yeah.
the weekends. Like I'm trying to like just do like community service and all that other bullshit.
I'm trying to get your ribbon.
Not even that. It's just like I need to do stuff because I'm like tired of just doing shit.
Stagnant.
Yeah,
I get you, man. I feel you.
yeah. I'm just like I'm done playing video games and watching anime in my room.
I
for,
think
like,
if I
a
stayed
weekend.
active for as long as you did, I would get to that point.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do stuff for the community at this
Yeah.
point because
That's
like,
good, man. That's
Yeah.
admirable, man. I like it.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, but yeah. When are you gonna come down to San Diego? Like
Next
the
week.
weekday or weekend?
Saturday.
Saturday.
I'm coming down. I'm gonna try to bring one of my other Navy friends down, but I'm gonna try Saturday, like during the day, do like a barbecue, drink, hang out, and yeah, just kind of chill. I need to bring his Gundam because I'm building him his Gundams.
Which one are you building them?
So he has a Eva 01 But I also have Strike Freedom that I've been building for over a year now.
Jesus.
It's still stuck in my room. So I got to get that done.
What's the scale? Like 1 to 12? Jesus.
The very small one.
Okay.
Yeah.
1/28 or
144.
144? Okay.
Has it been a year because you've just been like lagging on it? Or does it just take that amount of time to like...
So if I want to put in details and it's complex, like I'll probably take me a few months. So I want to paint and detail. This one, like, I'm just been lazy. Like, he asks me every time, like, oh, you know, hey, where you at with him? I'm like, I just built a leg. I'm like, you just built a leg last month. I'm like, yeah, well, you know.
It's got 2 legs,
yeah,
so I can build the other leg. Yeah.
I just been lagging, so I'm trying to get that done, get it down to him, and then, go down to San Diego and just kick it for a weekend.
Right on. Yeah, I'll be free Saturday.
Cool.
I'll probably go up on a ranch Sunday. I'll probably plug all that stuff towards the end of the show.
For sure.
Yeah. What you're talking about is Marty Hobb. Marty Hobb. So the at me is at you. The at Marty Hobb. And Ty over here is a master Gundam and possibly Eevee unit builder.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say right now, your Gundam pictures definitely more on point than your actual IG pictures.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, yeah, your IG's trash, but your Marty Hobb page, where he actually builds these custom-made Gundams from the ground up, possibly from a kit, most definitely from a kit. Yeah. So you do this for people, and they actually buy it from you?
Sometimes they do. Sometimes
do you pay people in Gundams sometimes?
I wish I could. Sometimes they'll like, I'll do a pro bono. It's like, hey, you know, can you build this for me? I'm like, all right, sure. You know, like this guy gave me a gift. All right, no problem. So all the times like, hey, you know, I need you to do this. All right, $20 or whatever. Like, depending on what they need to do.
Yeah.
It's like, I want paint, I want details. All right, yeah, here.
So people come up with their shitty, like they try to do their own paint job. Like, yo, Ty, you got to fucking pimp out this Death Sight real quick. I don't know what I was doing here. And be like,
yeah, I've done that. Yeah, like when they build it, and then I'll redo it for them and everything like that. Or you know, tell them like, oh, this is what you need to do, or just bring it through, and then I'll detail it and everything, put on all the decals and coloring and everything.
Nice.
Yeah, man. But I wish, you know, like,
it's pretty dope.
My Marty Hobb had more followers than my regular Instagram, though.
Yeah. So your Marty Hobb is not booming, is what you're saying? You're saying you need
not as much as I would like to.
You're gonna gain
you're
gonna gain maybe 5 followers from this podcast.
Man. That's cool.
There are gonna be 5 accounts that I've essentially
5 more followers than we have right now, which is weird. Yeah,
that's cool, man. I like it.
Yeah, this is not a popular podcast. It's not. We're not trying.
It's okay. I'll plug you guys too.
It
man.
will be though.
Yeah. After this award-winning season of ABG's Asian Gangs.
Yeah, we're really stepping it up this season. It's going hard.
Crazy.
Well, you know what I was thinking too? Like, you just mentioned doing a visual recording. Like,
yeah,
I think that would be a good one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, if we had we have like a tripod and the GoPro's in there, but it's not set up, so this is all for nothing.
I think also we stopped using it because it just kept shutting off randomly.
Yeah, so there was a power
recording.
too.
Yeah, we just stopped recording us, and we're like, all right.
And like when I had to edit stuff out, I was like, oh my god, I have to like sync everything up, cut it out, put it back together again. I'm like,
I still have my Canon DSLR that I could.
Yeah, that'd probably be a better recorder than a GoPro Hero 5.
For sure.
Which is like literally, we should just be doing kickflips all day long. That should be the podcast. It'd probably be really sick.
Dude, if I could still do a kickflip right now, I'd be like fucking stoked.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever done a kickflip?
Yeah, I used to skateboard.
Yeah,
I've only done a kickflip once in my life.
Dude, it's a pretty difficult move. Like, it's a baseline for everything else you're going to do when you're skateboarding. But, yeah. I
was so proud when I did it. And it was like, you know, I was like maybe 13 or 14.
Hell yeah, dude. That's the time. You're fucking excited about that shit. Because I'm like, I'm going to do it off these stairs now. What's up? Then I'm going to get sponsored, bro.
There you go. Be part of that fucking Element skate crew right there.
Is Element still a thing?
I don't know. I'm so far behind in social media. I just asked you about something that's been around for apparently 30 years.
No, I mean, I remember that.
Osiris?
Oh, yeah, Osiris, DVS.
Yeah.
Soap shoes? Anybody? No?
Yeah, dude.
Anybody still playing with Pogs? No? All right.
No? All right.
Kids are still playing with cards, though. Like Magic and...
Oh, yeah, Magic is literally like, it's the blood sport of card games because people are just... There's like a Black Lotus card is still like 5Gs, right?
It's still 5Gs. You can't play with it, but it's still like a collectible. Like collecting like a Spider-Man issue 1 or something like that. You don't want to read it. You just want to keep it on display or whatever.
I have this issue. You ever hear of Bart Kira?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a printed copy of Bart Kira.
Really?
Yeah.
That's tight.
So Bart Kira is this art culmination of artists around the world that recreated Akira via Simpsons.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking sick. So
Like,
I found
I
this.
think Ralph Wiggum is Tetsuo. No.
No, it's
Ralph Wiggum is Akira, but
Millhouse. I think.
Millhouse is Tetsuo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a random odd thing
It's
to
pretty
do.
cool.
So you can Google it now. It's for free online.
Okay.
And they did like a YouTube trailer, and like Mr. Skinner is like the fucking the head security dude, something. or Principal Skinner.
The captain that was
Yeah.
was trying to help him.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, yeah, Bart
Holy
Kira.
shit.
So Bart
That's
Kira was
crazy, dude.
I think Bart
really
Kira is
cool.
like 20 plus artists put together, but they never made a printed edition. And there was this one bookshop, which I'll not reveal its location,
Son of a bitch.
that sold me Bart Kira, and I'm like, I'm gonna cryogenically freeze that.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool that you found it. That's like one of those, like, back room, once upon a time in China. Kinda,
Yeah, I was like, oh,
we sell
rare
exotic
comics.
items. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like
So you
it.
get this monkey paw.
Yeah, pretty much.
It gives you 5 wishes.
Yeah. Yeah. What was I talking about?
Yeah, we're really going off the rails here.
Yeah, we were going
Yeah.
so far off the rails.
Recordings. So I know we were talking about visual recordings, then monkey paws.
Monkey paws.
Bart
Oh,
Kira's.
I think I was randomly plugging things. So
Plugs.
the
Right,
podcast Jaded podcast is now our IG handle because apparently podcast Jaded immediately got banned upon creation.
Wait, really? Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird. Like I created the name Podcast Jaded.
I still see you guys up there, right?
No, that's Podcast Jaded Podcast.
Okay.
That's our IG.
Okay.
Too many podcasts.
Yeah, Podcast Jaded PJP. I don't know. It's the newest thing on the street. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tried doing Podcast Jaded and immediately got banned. Like I sent you that. And I was like, I don't know
Yeah,
what
I was
happened.
like, what is
What
it?
did I do wrong?
This is like inappropriate or
Yeah.
like it's spam or some shit.
Did,
like,
did
what's
it give
going
you a
on?
reason or anything like
No,
that?
and like it's saying like I tried making the name again. It says it's taken.
It's like, no.
I tried to fucking unlock it. It says like this account doesn't exist. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
It got me in like
Oh.
an administrative limbo.
We're live now, though.
It's the
Yeah, so-
Russians.
I don't know, but it's Podcast Jaded Podcast.
The Russians.
Oh, let's not get into that one right now.
We're not going another hour on this one. Sorry. We're definitely not gonna have to go another hour on that one. But Podcast Jaded Podcast at IG. So at me, boys and girls, ABGs, AFBs, but we didn't even get the Asian fuck boys.
Oh, we totally forgot about fuckboys.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sorry.
That's 1
Guess
hour
you'll
right
never
there.
know. Yeah, in 1 hour you're never gonna get. You're gonna find out. How do you know if your friend's an Asian
Yeah.
fuckboy?
Wait, before
Stay tuned for part 2 of Ty's podcast, where we get into.
if you vape, if you drive a Subaru, if you go to Encore and Aria,
Okay.
you might be a fuckboy.
What if you're a photographer? Like your main DM is like, oh, DM me if you want pictures for your IG.
Depends. Is it a profession or is it I'm a sensitive photographer, so at me?
Ooh, both.
That might be a fuckboy too.
Is it fuckboy? All right.
Maybe a hybrid fuckboy.
Fuckboy. Hyper fuckboy?
Hybrid.
Oh, hybrid fuckboy. It's like
hybrid.
HFB. It's like, oh crap. This
Because,
guy's
oh
hyper.
no, they're going Super Saiyan now.
Yeah.
I bought my camera for that reason.
Really? To
Yeah,
be a fuckboy?
To be a fuckboy.
Fuckboy.
We'll take pictures and be a sensitive artist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sensitive artist.
Is a sensitive artist a fuckboy?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
think
they
we-
can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it
explore
could be.
that.
It's a lot of that is like a facade in
So,
general.
like I know, so like some terms for AFB, some signifiers for AFBs would be like they'll pose in front of. That's anybody that's a fuckboy. They'll pose in front of a car that's not theirs.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
that's true.
You know, like, hey, I'm a.
Girls
pose-
be doing that all the time though.
Yeah,
So
fuck-
is
Bitches
ABG the
never have
equivalent of a
cars.
fuckboy?
that's what I was always trying to determine.
We got to
because-
determine that because
Yeah. You know, you fucking have these Venn circles over there that vend nothing in the middle. You know?
no, it was
I s-
Eevee. It said Eevee.
Oh.
So I'm saying that's the basis, the original
He's
basis.
just drawing Venn diagrams that are empty.
Yeah, I thought like you came over here. I was like, dude, you got like three circles
Well,
overlapping.
These are all my notes too that I wrote down and
Those are just more Venn diagrams. I'm joking.
I have
He
to be
actually had-
honest. You were probably our most prepared
You were, yeah.
guest ever.
I think yeah, some dude came on our first episode with like an iPad,
Uh-huh.
and it was just fucking like Dead Sea Scrolls on there, and he started just
Oh,
chanting. I was like, dude, you gotta go. Fucking kicked him off.
What was the theme of the day?
Cult.
Yeah, it was cult.
Colts.
Cult, yeah. He started like,
His cult specifically.
yeah. I was just
Was
like,
he
dude.
in one or was he just
He's like leading one. He was like reading off this
Whoa.
iPad.
Like
He's like,
he's like in the beginning
Yeah.
of creating.
really?
no, I'm just fucking with you, but
Aw,
he was,
come
he
on.
started,
Like low key though.
Yeah,
like
he's-
low key. Like
well,
kinda
yeah,
serious.
he started reading poetry. Definitely too old to be a fuck boy. This is a fuck man.
Yeah.
It's a fuck.
Yo, if this cult pops off, you gotta get him back on, man.
No, that's what we're hoping. Like, every episode we'll throw out back to. Fuck, man.
I want to know about this cult.
He wants to come back on, man. We gotta get this guy. I
want to know about this cult.
Yeah,
listen to episode 1. This man wants.
Yeah, we're not promoting the cult, by the way. So
we're also going to try to treat this like a national tragedy. We don't give him power by naming him.
Right.
Or
you're
her.
You're right.
Or her. We don't know.
But this person was trying to abduct people with left-handed abilities.
Really?
Sorry, tinfoil hat on. No, going another hour.
So watch out, Obama, because he knows.
I'm not trying to empower him, but that's a very interesting story.
No, it's just that person was all like left-handed this, left-handed that. I'm like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
Why did we have you on?
Actually,
I started doing like crosses with like wooden spoons and whatever I can find in that.
It's probably our fault that the cult was created because like he was just talking about it, and then we alluded to the idea of this being like an entire cult. And he's like, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Then he totally went,
like, fuck.
It's Once Upon a Time in Long Beach, and it's not a happy ending. Not a happy ending.
All right.
Yeah.
So, sorry about that, Long Beach.
Yeah,
we might have created a cult, but joking aside, you should probably watch out for that guy.
Watch out for that cult.
But I would like to say thank you to Ty. Ty, do you have anything to push? I can push Mahdi Hub for you.
No, that's it. Mahdi Hub, and I'll plug you guys on my social media too. But thank you for having me on.
Absolutely.
It's been a pleasure,
You're
man.
definitely coming back. Every time you come on, you get a free meal. So it's a Korean barbecue. You want to get Korean barbecued up every weekend. I guess you just come over here.
I'm cool with that, man.
And then we never see you again.
Hanging out.
Ghosted.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, man.
But you're living here now, right? You once a weekend every month?
Once a weekend every month, but I am getting out in December.
Okay.
Like I'm done with reserves, done with the Navy, going back to school, or just going to do school, focus on civilian internship, and
right on.
Done with the whole military side. So so it's gonna be
right
good.
On. Filthy civilian, I like it.
Man.
Dope.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
Tell me about your first world Starbucks problems.
I got plenty.
Oh man, we're gonna have to save that for another episode. I'm sorry,
they have these fucking sippy cups now. There's no straws. This is fucking bullshit.
Look, I tested that matcha last time. I had a matcha green tea.
It's pretty good.
Oh god,
it's
I went to that climate protest in LA. Last
I saw that. Okay,
Friday.
One more thing.
And right next to it was a Starbucks, right? And the line is full, like fucking wrapped around the block, right?
Oh my god!
And you see, climate change. Like I get it, it's a good cause, but you just see everybody just walking around with those plastic cups,
right?
And it's just like trash everywhere. I was like, dude, like I'm picking up trash, and at a certain point, I'm like, all right, like, come on, guys, get your act together. Like, what's your message? Are you being here for the IG?
I'm pretty sure people are just, oh man, we could really go into but we're not.
Yeah.
But I saw that like I could have been at Area 51 instead of Press. I'm like, what are you doing there in the first place?
My friend wanted to go, and it was extra credit.
Oh, okay.
And to be honest, like, I do agree with him.
Yeah.
I do agree with let's try to cut back carbon. But,
I was gonna say, like, you're a vegan now.
No,
you're saying it was like a vegan protest.
There was an Indian family that was giving out like a vegan curry dish though.
Oh, nice.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. But like I said, I'm just saying like the hypocrisy of when I was there. It was pretty funny.
Also, you heard protest and word association. You were like vegans?
No, he said it.
Oh, he said that? Okay, I didn't hear that part. My fault.
No, he told me, like, he sent me a picture, and then I also saw it on your IG. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing there, man? Why aren't you're trying to give me the scoop on this Area 51 raid? I thought you were totally behind it. Which actually turned out like only 100 people showed up, so luckily nobody got hurt.
Gate.
Yeah,
at the gate. But like there's 3,000 something that showed up at the town of Rachel.
Yeah.
So, they weren't about it.
Yeah, but it wasn't as big.
It was pretty cool. I mean,
yeah.
There was that one old lady who straight up just walked in. There was a video of her. She just walks right in, and nothing happened with her.
What?
And then she just walked back out.
She came back enlightened. Yeah. Okay.
Right. She's hovering above everyone.
Yeah, she's got just fucking shining powers. The Shining.
The Shinning.
The Shinning.
Yeah. She found Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
I watched the rest of hand soap that kills the 0.01%.
The 0.01%. Yeah. All the anime waifu pillows that are actually all the successful anime waifu to real laifu pillows. They're just in there. Yeah, don't worry about that. Don't have to laugh at that one, David.
Right now.
I'll show you a waifu pillow. I don't know if I ever showed you it, but I have one. My friend bought me one at anime convention.
Jeez, they say that there's a secret experiment trying to bring waifu pillows to laifu, and they're hidden at Area 51. Okay, that's enough of that.
Yeah,
David,
man.
do you have anything to plug? Please.
No, man, I don't have anything to plug.
You want to plug?
I'm plugging Podcast Jaded on the grams. I'll plug that all day. We need more people to love us.
Yeah.
Because we need attention and love.
It's kind of weird.
Just like any other human beings.
Oh,
True.
I'm hugging you as hard as I can
I'm
in my
hugging
mind.
you via auditory
Damn.
hugs.
My ears.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't know. After waifu to lifu, I really just don't want to say anything anymore.
That was a good.
Yeah,
honestly, that's the highlight of the podcast. I don't know what it is, but it was cute.
Yeah, it was. Doing this voice, I just want to put out a couple things. This is Keith's serious voice. It's where he plugs things.
Fucking announcer voice and shit.
This is where I talk about this farm. So maybe you were growing up and then you had a pet that got too old, maybe got too sick. And your parents said, honey, we're going to have to send him to that ranch up north.
We're doing voices now, okay.
Yeah, no, that was a really bad one. I'm never doing that one again.
Pretty good, keep going.
No, I'm going to stop because that hurt extremely.
Come on,
I
man.
went a couple octaves up, but I'm going to keep going with the story.
This is important.
With the shill.
Go ahead.
It is Friends of Ferdinand over in Rooster Ranch over in the Paula Valley Indian Reservation. Or I'm sorry, the La Jolla Indian Reservation area. So it's over like past Escondido. You go to friendsofFerdinand.global. You can figure more stuff out. They're also on Instagram. But over there are all the pets that you had as a kid. That dog that got too sick and then your parents are like, we can't take him to the vet anymore. Well, Friends of Ferdinand will go ahead and take care of that dog. They're an animal sanctuary, not just for pets, but also for farm animals. But they also do adoption events as well. In October, they're going to be doing some tours. They're going to need some help. I'm only shilling them right now because they're a down-to-earth, like, hey, there are animals in need. Sadly, there are people that are shitty, and they're like, let me go ahead and have, like, 52 peacocks, and then, like, legally I can have 0. They're the one picking up the slack on that. So, friendsofFerdinand.global, Friends of Ferdinand on Instagram. You hit me up. That's all I got. Mahdi Hob, I'm just push it again, because I'm going to get hopefully, if I shill hard enough, Ty over here will get me a Mercurius and V8 model to scale. I'm talking about
to scale.
To scale?
To scale.
Oh, shit.
Real Gundanium. The actual blueprints based off of Wing Zero.
To scale and operational.
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
Just the defense and attack anti-Gundam Gundams.
That's a
It's
great
like
mode of
Space Force.
transportation
Yeah.
from San Diego,
Nice.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So, Mahdi Hob, if you want to recreate the most famous Gundam battles or maybe some Macross stuff, I don't know. I don't want to
Yeah, I
get
can
too
do some
there.
lacrosse. I can do it all.
You're like shaking.
Just
head.
go check it out,
Nope.
man.
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Do like an Eva unit. If you want a hentai figurine painted by a
that'd be so
professional.
cool.
Oh, God.
Also to
I would
scale.
do it.
Yeah.
I
To
would
scale.
definitely do that.
From waifu to lifu.
Definitely do that. I would get like a hentai. Who would I get? Sailor Moon?
Okay, we're stopping. Okay, no, this, no,
That worked.
yeah, this is
Sailor Moon. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
from waifu to lifu. Mahdi Hob at Instagram.
I like the blue-haired one, the short hair.
Oh, Sailor Mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
She's a little
You-
slut.
You fucking purrs. But this is Podcast Jaded. I'm Keith.
I'm David.
I'm tired.
All
Thank
right.
you guys.
Don't.
Ty will
who's
see you
on
next
it.
week, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Episode 50 now.